I know everybody's giving their reaction video on this. Robbie, I know Claude is live, but big up to everybody watching. It's your boy Chig from Green and Eagle Eye. Coming to you again. I'm going to talk about something that I must admit I'm sick of thinking about. I'm sick of watching. I'm sick of having anxiety about, and that is this coronavirus. It's taken down a victim. Well, I say it's taken down. God forbid. God forbid. It's at least taken hold of another victim, and one we know quite well. Mr. Mikel Arteta has been tested with the coronavirus. And at the moment, the way this thing is going, people are like reporting it like it's a death sentence. God forbid. Hopefully, it's not. Mikel is 37 years old. He's 2 years older than me and a lot healthier. That hopefully nothing will happen to him. Hopefully he'll be okay. This is the flu. It's a serious flu. It's an aggressive version of it, but it's the flu. He'll be fine. Hopefully, God willing. I don't care. I know people get uncomfortable when you mention God. At this point, this is appropriate because this is something that's claiming victims, claiming lives of victims. I was so shocked. My friend put it in our group chat. I was like, almost dropped the phone. Like, what the heck? It's difficult because there's no part of the world at the moment where you don't know or you're not aware of the coronavirus. Like, you are aware of it. It's active. It's part of your day-to-day living at the moment. And I don't know about you guys' workplace, but I know mine is always changing about what they want people to do, where they want people to work from home, how they want people to work from home. It's scary. It is scary. I don't necessarily believe that the ignorant way is the best way. I know that there's some people that say, oh, it's nothing, it'll go away, because then you're not doing what you need to do to prevent yourself from capturing it. At the same time, I also think overly worrying about it is also not going to do you any good. I've tried to find a balance. I'm not sure I'm there yet, I must admit. Myself personally, I've turned into Monica from Friends over the last couple of days. So the good part of that is my flat is super clean. The bad part of that is that I've run out of Dettol and probably going to annoy people that come to my flat to visit. So yeah, it's this one was a shock, but I think at the same time there's no point getting kind of overly carried away and overly worried about it. It is what it is. It's gripping the world at the moment. I think the only thing that you guys can do, and I said this yesterday in my video yesterday, is just take care of yourselves, man. Try and wash your hands. Just do the things that you should be doing already. Like wash your hands every time you go out, every time you come in. Don't do that, yeah, I'll be all right, tough guy stuff. Just at least try. Yeah, all right, cool. We're probably overreacting. Let's not make it easy for the thing, though. From a sporting perspective, the Premier League must act. They must act. They have been weirdly quiet during this whole thing. They must act. We've already seen events like the Grand Prix. You guys, if you don't know, big Grand Prix fan. I was looking forward to the start of the season. I had my doubts that the season would start, even though in Australia there is nowhere near the amount of cases of coronavirus as there is here. But I had my doubts that it would go ahead. Lo and behold, what was it, yesterday, late yesterday, early today, they announced that they cancelled the Grand Prix. What was the other thing? They've already suspended tennis. They suspended the NBA season because a player had contracted it. There was actual basket player. This idiot of a basketball player, right? This idiot of a basketball player went into the sports interview doing the whole, oh, nothing's going to happen to me, grabbing microphones and touching on microphones, touching on this idiot. This idiot tested, I should have laughed. This idiot tested positive for the coronavirus after doing that. You know? So it's just like, let's not make it easy. Don't get cocky with it. Even if you want to have this belief that nothing's going to happen. So take care of yourself. For me, it worries me because, you know, it has gripped the world so much. And these are very real things that are happening now. From Mikel's point of view, I just wish him all the best. I wish him the speediest of recoveries. Because this thing ain't a joke. But he's healthy, he's young. I'm sure he'll be fine. I guess the other very obvious elephant in the room is, okay, well, A, did he get it from the Olympiacos owner? You would have thought so. That whole thing would have made sense, given that he had it. He would have had some sort of interaction with him, or some sort of physical interaction with him. And then Mikel, I don't know about if you've ever seen a training session with Mikel Arteta. He touches everybody. So, like Pep, he does the exact same thing as Pep. Like, he touches literally everybody. Moves people about, moving cones. No jokes here. This is not the time for that. Touching the ball constantly. Breathing all over the place. Talking closely with players on a one-to-one basis. I mean, all them players probably need to be tested if they haven't already. And I think you just isolate every single one of them. I just hope and pray that nothing happens to any of these. And God forbid, nothing will happen to these players. They're all young. They're all fit young lads. They'll be fine. They will be fine. But it is scary. It is unsettling. But we just need to do the right thing. And I think from the Premier League's point of view now, they just have to say, all right, okay, let's just suspend the league for the next month. Personally, what I would do, if I was in the Premier League and I was speaking to UEFA, I'd beg UEFA to just postpone the Euros for this year. Postpone it, because realistically, there ain't going to be a thing. There ain't going to be a vaccine in time for this year anyway. Postpone the Euros to next year. Just move the thing to next year, right? Then you can play the Premier League and finish it a bit later, all right? And then all you can do at that point is, once you finish it later, then you give the people appropriate time to rest and stuff before the new season starts. It just don't make no sense. That way, you're not really losing out on anything by stopping everything for a month, which is what everyone is doing at the moment. Everyone is stopping until at least early April, and just so that we can let this thing ride out a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna lie, it's unsettling, it's scary. It begs the question: what are Arsenal gonna do? What is football gonna do? Yeah, it's gonna be a boring month without football. Listen, this is based off football. You know, the idea that we'll have a month of no football is harmful even to my business. But quite honestly, fuck that. Just make sure the players are safe. And the way you do that is by just shutting things down. Shutting it down, safeguard the people who haven't contracted the thing, and try and control it at the very least. And then hopefully, in a month's time, 2 months' time, I'm not going to say it's going to go away in 2 months' time. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But at least the people who've contracted it would have viraled out of their system. And then we can start to move forward. Because as things stand, this thing's going to get worse before it gets better. I think that is the common belief among people, is that, and among the experts, is that at least 100,000 people have it already and symptoms haven't shown. or people have not been tested. I ain't gonna lie to you, I have a cough right now, and even I'm shook. But my temperature is normal. I don't have shortness of breath. So as things stand, I'm okay. I think. But I ain't gonna lie. The minute I start getting hot, I'm going to the surgery. I'm going to the hospital straight. Just for if for no other reason, because I want to know if I have it. But if I must admit, so one thing I will say is that the Premier League are apparently in emergency talks right now. So since the news broke out, see what I'm saying? Flipping it. The Premier League are currently having emergency talks amongst themselves to see if this weekend's fixture is going through. I think it's pretty obvious by Arsenal's statement that at the very least, Arsenal versus Brighton ain't happening on Saturday. I think we can confidently say that. I'll be shocked. I'll be absolutely shocked if the Premier League said, "Now we're good. Let's just play the rest of the fixtures. We should be good." Not only that, 3 of Leicester's players have also contracted it. I heard someone say that Ronaldo has it. He doesn't have it, or at least I don't think he's been tested officially and announced to have had it. Just like every other Juventus player, they've put themselves into self-quarantine because of Rugani. Daniele Rugani has got the coronavirus. Guess what? They're an Italian team. Quite honestly, I'm surprised all Italian teams aren't already in quarantine. So, yeah. So it's just on my Sky Sports ticker now. Brighton versus Arsenal postponed. That is the correct decision. The absolute correct decision. It's going to create a fixture jam come the end of the season, but these guys need to be safe. They need to be well. The Premier League need to do the right thing now and just suspend the league. I hate, and thank you for any donations that do come through. And if I've missed any, I do apologize. Sergio, I'll read yours out in a sec. Just bear with me. Just wanted to see if I'd missed any other one. Big up Chig. No corona for me, but I've got the cold. I hope it doesn't turn into something more serious. If it turns into a sore throat and a cough, go see somebody. But yeah, the Premier League needs to go into lockdown now. I'm glad at the very least this is for some extra talks tonight, which means I'm hoping by the morning I see a report which says that. In fact, let me read that statement now. I see a report that sees that the Premier League have suspended. Have suspended this, or not suspended the season, but at least called halt to it for a month. They've been planning for this, surely. I know they want Liverpool to win the Premier League so bad, but surely they can hold it for a month. The Arsenal club statement, for all of you who haven't had an opportunity to listen to it, reads, Arsenal personnel who had recently close contact with Mikel will now self-isolate in line with, along the tickers, rolling slowly, with the government guidelines. We expect this to be a significant number of people. Well, of course, he's the coach from Conley, including the full first team, squad, and the coaching staff, as well as a small number of people from our Hell End Academy. Oh, poor kids. Which we have also temporarily closed as a precaution. We expect those who have not had close contact with Mikel to return to work in the coming days. In the meantime, it's running really slowly. In the meantime, our Conley and Hale End training centres will undergo a deep clean, and other club sites are operating as normal. So presumably it'll be the head office, where the Arsenal HR are staffed. Presumably all of those guys are fine. So yeah, it's really, really It's really, really sad. I know people say stop shaking hands. Yeah, I guess so. But I think from our perspective now, we just have to. I hope the Premier League does the right thing, shuts it down. It does make me worry for things like boxing, the boxing events that are happening in May, in June. Will they still end up going ahead? You've got to think they're under threat. So let's find out. Let's see. Scrap the season. I know people are desperate for Liverpool to not win this thing. Even I'm not hating on them that badly, and I'm a big Liverpool fan hater. But hey, what do you guys think? Let me know. It's super sad news. That's for damn sure. It's super, super sad news. Yeah, it has been a while, Ryan. Where you been at? The thing that does bode the question, and I just saw Abdi ask it, why aren't the schools closed down? I don't know if anybody has kids in the chat room. They harbor germs. They harbor that. Don't get me wrong. Like you do worry, like what sort of germs they're exchanging with each other and shit, and they're bringing home and shit. And it's just like, without being cold to him, Mikel Arteta has a couple of kids right now. So somewhere, somebody's kids go to the school of Mikel Arteta's kids, which means they're probably bringing home no disrespect those corona germs back to the house, exchanging it. Before you know it, you have the germs. Shut down these schools, man. Well, this is when I don't like getting political in here, but I was just watching Boris. I'm like, so that's it. Nothing else. I'm hearing stuff like they're not doing post-airport checks. So people are rolling in, and as they're going out, nothing's happening, which boggles the mind. Like every other country is doing something other than the UK when it comes to people coming in. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Is this how we're containing it? Is this the containment? Because you're not doing a lot of good job at containing. Oh, anyway, my mini rant over about this. But yeah, I hope that something happens soon. Just shut down the schools, stop the Premier League. Let's just ride this out for a couple of months and then see what happens. Reevaluate after a couple of months. Because this thing will get worse. It will. It will get worse. And I know what people are saying, that the average age of people dying from it are 70 plus. What, so do the 70 plus don't matter? And just because that's happening, don't get it twisted and think for 1 second that you punk ass can't die from it. Flu can take anybody at any time. So, anyway, I hope you guys are all right. To me, I'm so sad for Mikel Arteta. In all seriousness, it is what it is, but he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He's young, he's strong, he's fit. He's only 2 years older than me, so he'll be fine. He'll be absolutely fine. Health is wealth. Yeah, I know. My fat ass needs to remember that. All right, guys. I just wanted to share my thoughts quickly with you guys, but please, it just harbors back to my first video yesterday. Please be careful, bruh. Brothers, sisters that are watching this, be careful. Be careful when you're out there. Look after yourself. Wash your freaking hands. In fact, if you can help it, stop shaking hands with people. Straight up, I work in HR, and I find any excuse now not to shake hands. Someone sticks their hand out, I'm like, for obvious reasons, do you want to follow me? That type of, I'll be rude. I'm like, damn, if it means I'm not touching things. I wear gloves when I hit the tube. I am 1 step away from buying something for my face. I know people are going to say, yeah, you should wear it full time. All right, whatever. But I'm going to wear something for my face when I'm going out. Limit going out. Just do the sensible stuff. Heck, if my tiny platform can even help a tiny bit, then I'll use it. Just be safe. Be safe out there. I know I'm not Tyron Booth, but be safe. Look at this Bertrand, I'm not even going to highlight that. And you know what? To the guys out there, enjoy the 14th. Don't let this thing ruin the 14th of March. If you know, you know. I'm out of here, people. Take care. Like I say, be safe. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right. Peace.